Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Libra, and of course, again and again, a big welcome to all the other zodiac signs that felt like getting an inspiration for today. Then I find again and again that each reading is an inspiration for me. Not that I predict the future, neither read into your past, because that's done. We're now in this present moment using the cards to get inspired. That's why it's a tarot yoga inspiration. And I'm doing these readings so that I can learn. This is for me the best way to learn these cards because I want to create my own tarot deck with yoga positions because I do yoga teacher trainings. And yeah, so I want you to know I still do mistakes. I have to cut once in a while, so please forgive when it's not so smooth. And I'm using 15 or even 16 different tarot decks and oracle cards going as far back as 1888 and until 2021. I used two very old ones, 1888, from one's the Rose Cross order and the Order of the Golden Dawn, because yeah, the Order of the Golden Dawn, the cards from Arthur Waite, which is then the Rider-Waite deck, came out of that order, and Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley's a mystic that has created a very powerful deck, and such I also learned that each member in those brotherhoods had to create their own deck. There are at least 22 major arcanas, and I feel somehow I need to look into their cards and use the messages that come through them to create the cards that I'm doing right now. So the sun is in Taurus, highlighting the moon, which is waxing, and in your sign, my dear Libra. So here we have two energies, that is, one's fixed and the other one is cardinal. It begins the fall. And one is earth and the other one is air, a complete opposite, the heaviest that you can think of and the lightest that you can think of. And the energy of Taurus, the Hierophant, is highlighting justice, is highlighting here the systems. Two systems, one banking and religion, and here a system of justice, the laws, the things that we think we can make our mind control. Systems that give us the feeling that we can control the mind, or can control our actions. Now the symbol 3 in here is very dominant, and the 3 stages. Here as well, in a way, she sits between the two pillars, he sits between the two pillars, she's holding the balance and the sword and herself. So there is a little bit of a theme here, the two pillars. Both have that light, that yellow above their head. And then here we have the school of the red tantra and the white tantra. Exactly. The church doesn't like to look at it that way, but it is. And the combination is going to create this reading. Then my Taurus card, I want Taurus to become a movement. I want him or herself to be these 3 stages, these movements that are happening here. I'm going up and I'm going exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And I want to end the feeling that the houses or the building that we're standing on and that we're creating the movement is transparent. The elephant is down here, and I have down here the Taurus, I have the pentagram, I have the hexagram where all the messages are coming down, and he is in the center. He's the one that brings the message to us. He is a high priest. Then for you, my dear Libra, I created the pillars as that strong foundation the moon phases are standing on. The sword from the sun coming into your third eye. Behind you, the wheel of fortune from where you come, the card number 10, you're coming out of that. And in front, you tiptoeing on top of the symbol of Libra, and behind you, you have Venus as well. And here are the people feeling this big justice, because Aleister Crowley says there is no justice in nature, there is just preciseness, and that's what the moon does. The moon is very precise, very clear, very, we can count on it. And so the pillars for me are very clear for you as that justice. We have to be not just, we have to be precise, we have to be honest. And of course, that you holding yourself on your fingertips in front of your heart, in front of the union of the Namaste, I thought that was a very interesting take on this kind of energy. So I begin with the Rose Cross order, which was Oswald Wirth. He used his cards already around 1888. And as an oracle card, I'm using basically just the 22 major arcanas. And the first card that came up is l'Empereur, French, for the emperor. And the emperor is looking into the past. He's sitting on this block, and there is the eagle. There is his wand with the lily, and he's holding the world. But what I find the most interesting here is he has the moon and the sun in front of his chest. So he is on his right side, the masculine, and on his left side, the feminine. And this energy is speaking to you very profoundly, because I think you are needing this confirmation that these two pillars, and why they are gray, is because you're uniting the two elements that all humanity is trying to unite, which is inhale, exhale, male, female, positive, negative. And you uniting that here in the Namaste, and that's what holds you in your profession. Because most of the Libra energy is the energy of mind, the energy of intellect. The court card, which I didn't show you yet, is the Queen of Swords, the water aspect of air, which is clouds. As you can see, the half of the pictures, clouds. She holds a sword in her right hand, and on her left she is showing the path. The date is September 12th to October 12th. If your birthday is there, then this is your court card if it comes up. These three cards I did not shuffle or did not pull. I use them as demonstrations for you to know what the theme is. And like I said, the theme is that you have to learn, or you are understanding, or you did understand, since the first row is the past and the second row is the present, the third row is the future. Nevertheless, it's all here now. So you look back, and if I put her here, they look at each other. And the interesting thing here is that you are the equinox, the equal day and night, and the Emperor is the same, equal day and night. In spring, you're in fall. So it's almost telling me there is a theme, there is something very strong happening. There is like an energy that comes down through Taurus, speaking to you about empowerment, an empowerment that is not abusing, an empowerment that is equalizing. The next card out of the Order of the Golden Dawn, the Hermetic Tarot, they're all black and white. You got the Fool. And the Fool is the dot, the Fool is the circle, the Fool is the quintessence of all the cards in the Tarot. The Fool can go anywhere. The Fool is that beginning, a new beginning that you did, even though it's kind of both of them looking into the past, but they actually show their left side. So it's not really they looking in the past, it's more which side of their face are they showing, and they show the left, the intuitive, even though he is an emperor and he's the Fool, they are very intuitive, they're very connected. Now these both were 1888, so as you can see, they use different ways of showing how to actually create these energies. Now out of Rider-Waite comes the Sun. So the Fool gets a good start. The Fool gets empowered by success, by yes, go for it. He has the Sun here. He is shifting and awakening and learning, and he's going from 0 to 10, because the 19 is then a 10. He goes into 1 and 0, Magician, and again the Fool, a new beginning. If you accept this empowered state of the Emperor, you can begin completely new, and you will be successful, even though after comes the Tower. Everything comes and goes, everything is in constant fluctuation. And for me, of course, the Tower is that moment where I realize my success can also immediately be ending. It's an ending of structures, is an ending of the Tower, is in a way the Emperor's house. It's that regal, the crown is falling, two people are falling, and they both, male and female, are literally falling down off that tower. And it's speaking about things are constantly shifting and changing. Success can be in an instant also be gone. Aleister Crowley, so that was 1920, published 1920, Aleister Crowley 1996. And here comes the Knight of Pentacles, that is a Virgo, a groundedness, right? So this falling down, this structure that is ending now can be built diligently again if we are looking out. And the Knights always look out. The Knights are hardworking people. They are ready to build again and again a new reality for themselves. They're connected with the earth. They are like the Taurus, connected with the cycles of nature. And so the energy of a Virgo coming to you, and of course here the energy of an Aries. Just have a look, right? You know who these people are, or if you have more those kind of qualities within you, because these cards come up. Hermann Handel, 1985. Krishna comes up, and Krishna is such a beautiful trickster. He's a flute playing childish god, and this is the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, the guardian angel. And Krishna is speaking to you to, after you build again yourself back up, you have the creativity, you have the fire. This is fire and fire. Sagittarius is the fiery aspect of fire. I mean, how much fire can you get? And it's giving you the elements to build a new love, to build a sharing between these two opposites energies, which are here on the Emperor, the Moon and the Sun. So this is the same. It's the Moon and the Sun. One cup is a little bit more brighter than the other, and in some you can see that the colors are a little bit different. And so you understand that Venus in Cancer is connected to this card, is speaking to you that maybe in the month of Cancer a powerful love will come or has come to you and will give you again the Emperor. So it's very interesting, right? So you got the Emperor twice. You have it here 1888 and 1985. Almost 100 years later, you got the Emperor again. You got Krishna, you got the Two of Cups and the Emperor. And it's speaking about, with a lot of love, self-love, a love for others, with a lot of enthusiasm, with the Sagittarius and with an Aries, you can build again, you can build something, you can maybe create your own movement. Like I said, for me, Taurus, which is highlighting you, is giving you the strength and the stability, like the Knight of Pentacles, like the Virgo, is giving you that stability to be like, I'm gonna build a movement, I'm gonna build something, and I want to create something strong, something that endures anything and has value. And now you got in the Medicine Woman, you got the Hierophant again. So you have, if I take this, a 5-5 portal, you have a 4-4 portal. So far those are your portals, right? As soon as two numbers come up, it's a portal. And 4-4 is 2 times the 4, and 2 is creativity, sexuality in the heart, and 2 times the 5 is creativity in the creative expression of that. So you have again the understanding that we teach, that this inner peace lives to the outside, and that you are the mediator, and that you can bring, like Taurus, bring this information to others. Become a priest or a high priestess yourself. And now comes you, having all those cards behind you. Now it goes forward into the present. And as you can see, she's looking forward. So she's showing us her right side. So she's a very much more like a masculine energy. And the first oracle that came is the number 37, no rain today. Now you had the sun already, so you are somehow a sun child. You are this very light and easy personality that is enjoying itself here. It's not such a heavy energy. You're not like the Knight of Pentacles, which is heavy, right? Which is a little bit more like, okay, to get going, it takes time. But you can also be lofty. You can you can be up in the clouds and you have one bird above your head flying. So the sun, or this no rain today, the sun that is pushing away this rain cloud, is giving you the hope and the energy to continue your path. And then comes the King of Swords, which is an Aquarius. It's like sometimes they say this is a couple. For me, it's not really a couple, but it could become a couple because they're quite both intellectually active. But I don't see it really as a couple. I see it as there is the age of Aquarius, there is an Aquarian energy, there is being up in the air. That is what I see, that you are even more up in the air because you maybe have now an Aquarius energy, a personality that is helping you to continue your path, your spiritual path, to become a seer out of the mystical shaman oracle. The seer, the number 45, which is a 9. And the seer is seeing clearly within that things in life have its momentum. The number 9 is a completion. The number 9 is speaking about, I see clearly that a cycle is closing and something new is wanting to begin. The age of Aquarius, that's what Aquarius, or the King of Swords, is about. The age of Aquarius is upon us, and now you get the turtle out of the animal spirit book, which is a water sign. And the turtle is an old animal. It's an old soul, ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self, because it carries its own house with it. And it's a peaceful, adventurous, and a productive energy. And you are arriving through that aspect that you see with eyes closed. You see within the message. You see within the energy. You see that something is spiritually coming to you. Something is really clearly connecting with you. You are ready. You are ready to then do the next move, which is Mars in Aries and Mercury in Taurus. You are duplicating the world. You are within you seeing what it is that you want, but sometimes feel a little lost, sitting down there in the corner, the light rays coming down. You always had the sun, and then you had also a difficult time right after. Right, so there is something, you know how to shift your perspective. And even though things are difficult, you build again and again a new world for yourself. So just become aware about this. Mercury in Taurus. Taurus is here. And Taurus has also come to you. So make sure that you are a peacemaker. Make sure that you are a mediator. Make sure that you are bringing the energy forward and understand your worth. Because that's what Taurus is about. The self-worth is not in the cathedral here now, it's in nature, is about connecting with others. It's not anymore I am up here and I can look down and I can do whatever. No, we are connecting on a completely different level. Now into the future, risk. The number 35, be aware or you will have to beware. Do not deny the risk and hazards that you see. So the risks and the hazards is this and this. So there is something breaking apart. It's the card number 16, which is a 7. And 7 is the crown chakra that is falling down. And so your self-worth sometimes gets tested and gets checked. But remember, this is here that you have this sun, you have this bright side in you, and you can go and change it and move forward into the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius. This 9 of Wands is that fire. Is that energy that says, yeah, let me go and do what I can do. Even though I have been hurt, even though I know about the risks, I know that I need to continue. I know I want to not stop. I know I have the inner strength. I have gained whatever I need to gain to continue. And then you continue into the speed, into a movement that you create. Like I said, this is inspiring you to create your own movement and to know that it will be good. And this is just part of learning and growing and understanding that difficulties exist. And then of course the full moon, which is happening Sunday, Monday, in the night of Sunday to Monday, and a full lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Pisces, this is the energy of Pisces. So you have Aries, you have a Virgo, you have a Sagittarius, you have a Taurus, you have an Aquarius, and a Pisces. The path of love through the moon, that you understand this preciseness, you understand, you hold that dear within you, is now speaking to you. This full moon is going to do something to you, is going to shift all of us, but you also will feel it because you're very close to it, but mostly Scorpio will feel it. And then comes the stars in the sky. Now what's really interesting is that Krishna, when he was a little child, he was taking sweets from other people, stealing them. And his mother was like, let me have a look. I asked him, did you steal these sweets? And he was like, Mother, no, I would never do that. Well, open your mouth. And he opened his mouth. And she started to see the sky. She started to see this infinite energy, she got sucked in, and she was in consciousness, in space, and she almost was afraid to get lost in that moment of that she looked into his mouth to see if there was any sweets stuck in his teeth, right? And then he brought her back, and she realized in that moment the power her son had to bring her in such a picture, into such an energy. And she let him go. And I find this very interesting that now this is coming. It's almost like he is giving you, yes, you are the sky, because you are in Hermann Handel, you're Nut, the night. and the power that comes to you through the stars now and through this story. The number 51, the 6, the speed, you're jumping through the sky and you're arriving in the stars. You're arriving through this full moon into the night sky. And you are able then to have the arrival at the moon. You see this? It's like you are flying through and you're gonna land up here, and you're going to have the possibility for a union with something so magnificent, a union that is like helping you to be inspired, to be an inspiration. And so the whole reading for me is like the movement that is coming to you, the energy that is coming to you is like saying, yes, you are this light, you are this person that is between these two pillars, and you will, through the influence of Taurus, create a movement that is helping others to as well be an inspiration. The way we inspire others, the way we inspire ourselves, inspires others to become like us in their own respective creativity. And so you are here to allow yourself to be this emperor, to be this empowered person, empirical, a leader. You are ready to be a leader. You are beginning to realize that, you're beginning to see that, you're beginning to feel that into the new age, into, yeah, I am powerful, I am a seer, I am an ancient soul, I can be wherever I am, I have my house always with me. From there I can plan to get out there, and I don't have to worry about my self-worth too much, but it's there. So just watch it, right? And then when you take risks, it brings you forward. No matter how many times you've been cut, you're moving, you're going, you're jumping, and you are seeing the possibility, the limitless possibility, and the possibility for union at the end. So this is helping you to guide yourself forward, but also others. And that love, you found a deep love within yourself. Hold that dear, hold that clear, and let that make you feel totally empowered. So I hope I see you in the next reading, because then the Earth is turning in such a way that we see the constellation Gemini behind us. And Gemini is not here, but the card 6 is here with the speed, and the 2 in a way, the lovers, the soulmate. And of course this one, the 51, the stars in the sky. You are the stars in the sky, because you are Nut. You are the night sky. You are the Queen of Swords. You are coming up here as that very beautiful energy. And let's see what then the next reading is going to tell you. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.